the books at Stegman Coliseum. Georgia getting ready to move to the uneven bars as Boise State will be on vault in rotation number 2. Kevin Kopp, Sarah Sailors with you here in Athens as the Gym Dogs honor their 2005 national champion team, the first of those 5 consecutive titles under head coach Suzanne Yocklin. Sarah, one of the great eras in Georgia gymnastics. I know it's an alumni night that you were a part of as well, but exciting to see the team back out here as well.
I mean, it's always fun to experience a past championship being in the building, maybe bring a little magic, and that is something that all of the girls competing on the floor right now are looking forward to, maybe making history for themselves.
Well, you're talking about that magic. Cecile Kukwintu-Landy and Ryan Roberts trying to lead Georgia there this year, and we had the chance to catch up with some of the Georgia gymnasts to talk about the dynamic of having 2 co-head coaches here in Athens.
Well, they're both amazing coaches. They bring their own knowledge and skills, which I think is good for our team. They're both very different, and they have their different ideas, but they complement each other so well and balance out the team. And I think this is like the puzzle piece that we were missing, and I think that it's perfect.
Honestly, Cecile's very laid back. Like, she's so chill. Like, she'll like dance with us and stuff. Like, she makes it feel like you're not in practice sometimes. So I just enjoy it, like, and embrace it, because not many coaches are gonna be like that engaging with you. I didn't even know she was Simone Biles' coach at first. So I didn't know what to expect. But when I first met her, when she first came in before the Olympics, I knew that, like, she's the one for us. Like, she has us and we're in good hands.
Well, clearly no intimidation factor for Nia Howard. That's probably the best way to go into it, but Cecile Kukwintu-Landy bringing all that experience, but you can tell the team just loves her approachability, the demeanor that she brings, as well as the repertoire and the experience and the accolades.
I mean, anytime you have a coach that can bring a sense of calmness and kind of relieve their athletes, you can see that these gymnasts feel really comfortable working under her and really respect the knowledge and the accolades that she brings to the table.
Bringing a new perspective to Athens along with Ryan Roberts, who is elevated from assistant coach to co-head coaches, and the dynamic really seems to be paying off well for the team, Sarah.
Absolutely. He just brings a lot to this team. The girls say that they can go to him and say, hey, can I do this? And he's the guy that's going to tell you absolutely you can, and just instill that confidence.
Cecile, Ryan, and the Gym Dogs head to bars, Boise State to vault when we come back to Stegman Coliseum. Boise State with the opening vault. Sydney Coe, the junior, gets the Broncos started in the second rotation, Sarah.
Nice Yurchenko full. Once again, just fighting for those landings. That's going to be the name of the game. And Boise State only has 2 10-0 start values on this vault rotation. So if the Gym Dogs are looking for an area to find some separation, this might be their chance. But a really strong Yurchenko full to start off this team.
See the overall team scores at the end of one rotation at the bottom of your screen. Georgia with a 49 flat. Boise State opens just over a tenth above Georgia with a 49-125 on bars. Georgia had a terrific bar set last week in Denver, number 2 in the NCAA on this event, and Nia Howard, the junior, will get it started.
This Gym Dog team has a lot of trust in Nia to start them off. Huge release combination to get her routine going. To double tuck to finish. Hop forward, but man, those release moves, the way that she starts off this routine is just so incredible. The height that she gets, just flying over the bar. A lot of times you'll see athletes work with a little bit more finesse on the bars, but she works with so much power.
Georgia as a team 49-350 last week on bars. That's where they finished. It was a quad meet, began on beam, had some struggles there, got better as the meet went on with that 49-3 on vault, 49-3-5 on bars. So feeling good as they come here this week and get to swing at home. Meanwhile, Elena McGovern, the senior, another one of those veterans, a returner from last year's Mountain West champion team in 2024, will get her night started.
So great.
Score for Sydney Coe.
Yeah, so great to just, I mean, we keep saying it, but to have all of these returners. Coach Bird said that her athletes are coming to her asking, can we all take a fifth year? I mean, the love that they have for this sport and the way that they just want to keep going and keep building and doing it together, I think that's just really admirable.
And you can tell just the joy that she has when talking about this group and this team. They've got a chance to do something really special. They lost on a tiebreaker in the first round of the NCAA regionals. They'd love to make a deep run this year, and they've got the talent to do it. Here's McGovern.
Super cool vault. She does a full on to a pike off, something that we don't see a ton in NCAA gymnastics. Let's take another look at the entry. You see she does a full twist, pikes it around, just a little bit of knees, a little bit of trying to hold that landing. Does a great job.
A mile over on the bars, it's another Stegman Coliseum debut. There are two true freshmen in the Georgia lineup on bars. Sadie Jane Berry up second, and Emma Mason behind her will make not just her Stegman debut, her collegiate debut next. Here's Berry.
To go against Naya's power, you'll see Sadie really float her release moves straight down with the pack salto. She's another one that has just such long, beautiful lines. Great handstand, stall to work. Holds the landing. What a way to start your bars campaign in Stegman Coliseum. There's just nothing better than hearing the crowd erupt when you nail that landing.
And not fazed by the moment at all. She delivers here. So the opening vault score come in for Sydney Coe is a 9.7. Slight improvement over her score last week. We'll see if that continues for McGovern. And now freshman Bridget Kemp.
Bridget is going to do your Chinko layout half. Her coaches say that she's actually capable of a 1.5, but they just want to get a few more numbers under her belt in the gym before they transfer that onto the competition floor. And you could see she had a pretty sizable hop forward on that landing. So showing that power, showing the capability to upgrade that vault later in the season.
And a change in the vault lineup. Unfortunately, Lena McGovern was actually scratched late out of the vault lineup, so Boise State is going to go 5 up here, so all 5 scores will count for the Broncos. That's Coe, Ball, Kemp, Village, and Lopez in the anchor position, so a little bit of additional pressure. Meanwhile, over on bars, debut for Emma Mason, who did not compete last week for Georgia.
The coaches worked with the composition of her routine a little bit. She's capable of doing so many skills, so it's a little bit of a puzzle piece to piece together a routine that really works for her. And she said she feels the most comfortable doing this one, so putting it out here this week. Handling it great so far. Just the dismount left, double tuck. Once again, just that small step back on the landing, but beautiful showing. Another look here. Locking that handstand out on top. Finishing double tuck dismount. Sometimes it's a little bit of a strategy to go with the easier double tuck dismount and try to nail that landing every time. So something that her team will really be counting on as the season moves on.
Well, so Georgia halfway home on bars. Back over to vault now for Boise State.
Another one of those full-on pike-off vaults. Great landing from her. It's such a difficult entry. I mean, I get dizzy just watching it. Pretty cool. That full twist on and then tight form in the air. Just the smallest shuffle of the feet, but a wonderful vault from her.
And again, a little extra pressure on all these vaults as Boise State does not have the luxury of dropping a score, but handling themselves so far. Now over to Addie Wall, who had a 9.875 to open her season last week on the uneven bars. Time for the 25th highest score in Division I through 2 weeks.
Not a bad way to start off your bars campaign for the year. She opens up with a combination of the shapash down pack salto. Doing those release moves in combination, of course, can earn you bonus to get to that 10.0 start value. Double layout. I think I saw the tiniest little shuffle. We'll see what the judges want to do with that, but she was holding on with all of her might. Check again the pack salto. And remember, the judges are on the side, so you see a tiny bit of leg separation. They can't always see that from their angle. But one thing they can see is the landing. Great double layout in the air. I mean, just a little toe move.
Well, the crowd certainly didn't see it, given the reaction. But yes, just that little tiny pickup with the right foot there.
The crowd still remembers the college shtick. They know how to celebrate.
That's right. Emily Lopez in the anchor position for Boise State.
Uchenko full, really clean in the air. Just a nice solid vault, and she is so reliable in this lineup. Strong entry on the table, and you can see that she just squeezes those legs together in the air, really focusing on that form. Of course, with just the 9.95 start value, you have to really steal every little tenth that you can get. Make sure the judges don't take it.
Well done by Boise State to handle the loss of McGovern in that vault lineup. And now Georgia over on bars. 2 routines left that will count toward the team competition score, beginning with Holly Snyder.
Check out these release moves. Try to keep your jaw off the floor. She flies so high. Double tuck dismount. I mean, she looks like she could just take off.
Yeah.
Rocket ship from these bars. She just works with so much amplitude, something that really sets her apart from the rest of the lineup. Gorgeous gymnastics to watch.
Went as high as 9.925 as a freshman last season. You can see why. She'll be back in that rarefied air plenty of times this season with routines like that.
Boom. Great job.
One more to come for Georgia, which will be Jeffrey Scott in the anchor position. Also expecting an exhibition from Shingay Mashkai. Will be at the midpoint of tonight's competition, so a little bit of extra time here for Jeffrey.
Now I have to say that Jeffrey is able to fly just as high. She has gorgeous bars work. She's actually capable of so many skills. That she's another one that kind of had to pare down and figure out, okay, which skills am I going to take onto the college competition. She has so much talent, just really brings a lot of unique gymnastics to this Georgia team.
Shared a bars title last week at the Denver Quad Meet, opened with a 9.9. Here she is in stagnant, and oh my goodness, the height on that
Just
Takachev.
giant toe on Takachev, straight down to the low bar, once again working those combination skills. I mean, look at that, just gorgeous gymnastics. So much fun to watch in this anchor position. Wow. They'll take that.
An electric finish to rotation 2 for Georgia. Holly Snyder and Jeffrey Scott deliver. Simone Biles looking on. This crowd fired up. Coming up, we'll get to look behind the scenes at Simone Biles' tour of the Classic City.